Take your phone cross my camera. Make it cross my camera. Make it leave me. Don't cross my camera. Go back, please. Every 100 years in power, NPP as a political party, you see a paper never. Why you dear? NPP back. Now see a tray of Bobra. You did. You pass over Moses, yes, sir. Where is it? Lawyer. I think what? Matthew, my friend, yeah. The prosecutors. So inside way no more.
Has been allowed by the courts to gamble with the life of ordinary citizens in a matter of a misdemeanor. And it is sad. It is very sad. And this is the country that we are building today. And we urge all well-meaning Ghanaians to add their voice as far as the handling of persons perceived to be political opponents to the ruling party is concerned. Ideally, look at the deployment of police and the deployment of state power, using the coercive power of the state against innocent citizens. It's what Justice Jones Doche, when he was sitting as an additional high court judge, stated in Prince Chibudako that the state, with all its resources, should not be allowed to gamble with the lives of ordinary citizens. Now the court has allowed the state to gamble with the life of ordinary citizens in this manner. It is arbitrary, it's unconscionable. But what can we do? We follow due process, make sure that the law is the law, and the law sets the wheels of justice in accordance with due process as far as the tenets of democracy is concerned. So we'll pursue. We have our strategies right. We'll climb the next level of the court structure to ensure that the liberty of Mr. Kwame Abronye is restored. We urge the police and we urge the security that if they were able to deploy the hundreds of men here in a matter of a misdemeanor, they should go to the north, where some of our own citizens are lingering in neighboring Ivory Coast as a result of conflict. They should go to other parts of the country, in Boko, where people are dying. They should go to Manso, where innocent citizens are being killed. People are maiming for life. This is what the state should be interested, not in a trivial misdemeanor matters of this nature. At least, one day, we will all call to answer questions on it. But let us reinforce the saying by the late Justice Afre, when he was also sitting in the Republic versus Ibrahim Adams, that superior orders cannot suffice as a defense to a criminal liability. Whoever is behind and using the state accoutrement against innocent citizens, we don't know the person behind, but we know the people enforcing the state architecture, the statecraft. And they should be worried that they one day have questions to answer as far as the use of state machinery against the lives of innocent citizens are concerned. Thank you very much.
For purposes of avoidance, what was the court's decision today?
Yeah, the court decision is that the prosecution prayed the court that investigations are still ongoing and that the accused person be remanded into police custody to continue with ongoing investigations. And under the circumstances, this is based on electronic evidence. Whatever he said, whatever he is alleged to have said, is electronic. Why must it take dates for the person to be remanded into police custody before he can continue with investigations? You see, under the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act of 1960, Act 30, Section 96(4) clearly tells the court that the court should not withdraw bail as a form of punishment against an accused person. Under the circumstances, we clearly see that the court is just withdrawing bail against Abronye to use that as a punishment against an accused person who has not pleaded guilty to the offenses that he has been charged with. And a clear breach of Article 19(2)(c) of 1992 Constitution. But we believe in the rule of law in due process. Certainly, we are the instruction of our client to pursue their matter, and as far as that is concerned, we'll climb up and make sure that his liberty is restored. Certainly, he has been remanded into police custody.
When is the next agenda?
Therefore, 2 weeks. So certainly, we look forward that we come back on the due on the return.
But what's the spirit of your client? I mean, we saw him raise his fist to cheers
Yeah,
from party
Mr. Kwame
supporters. How
Bafo
has it been?
Abronye is a man full of life. He knows that this is just mere political persecution.
Yeah.
And certainly, he's hopeful that yes, his liberty will be restored one day, and yes, he's pursuing what he's pursuing in furtherance of democracy.
There are reports he's on a hunger strike. Can you confirm that for us?
Oh, certainly. Once you are being handled this way, will you trust that the same people handling you in a manner as if you have committed treasonable offense? When they give you water, will you take it? When they give you food, will you take it? Certainly. He needs to protect his life. And under the circumstances, the reason that he's on hunger strike.
Thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
We, the New Patriotic Party, are here this morning to brief you on the happenings regarding our regional chairman, Chairman Abronye. Well, the police invited him on Monday, the 8th of September. He responded to the invitation by the police, went with his lawyers, submitted himself to interrogations. Within an hour of interrogations, he was whisked into NIB custody. The question is, why would the police investigating a matter and has its own police cells decide to send a citizen who is being investigated on a matter which is a misdemeanor into NIB custody? It must be stated that our checks at the NIB confirms that the NIB is not interrogating Abronye, neither are they investigating him. According to the NIB, they are only recipients of the man Abronye. In other words, the police sent him there that they should keep him. That is why they received him. But they are not the ones who are investigating. So the question is, why would Ghana Police Service claim to be investigating a person and rather decide to send him to NIB cells? Is it to punish him or what? Then they kept him the whole of Monday night, and Tuesday morning, being the 9th, he was brought to court. When they brought him to court, the counsel for Mr. Abronye applied for bail. The police insisted that they still needed him for further investigation. Therefore, they want him to be remanded into lawful custody. Of course, the judge upheld the application and remanded Abronye to be brought to court today. Now, the sad part of it is that when he left court, the police handcuffed him. By the way, the man was handcuffed and put in Black Maria. And when he got into court, he was released from the handcuffs in court, and after court, they again handcuffed him. And I think the whole country saw him being marched into the Black Maria in handcuffs. Again, instead of complying with the court order, if the police is investigating and secures a remand, the remand is into police custody because you, the police, claim that you need him for investigation, further investigation. You need to interrogate him further. Now, to surprise you to know that the police again sent the regional chairman to NIB cells. And not that he's being interrogated, nobody is interrogating him. So it is clear that his rights are being abused using the court as a channel. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, yesterday when a UK Minister of State visited Parliament, in my interactions, I had this to say, that the time has come for political leaders to end the I do you, you do me, or you do me, I do you. Democracy cannot be sustained, protected, and advanced through such actions. Ghana must make progress. Since 1992, when we started this democracy, we've gone through challenges. I think that under this reset dispensation, we'll see something different. But this situation of abusing human rights under the guise of ensuring law and order isn't there here nor there. If you look at the charges, these are all misdemeanor. These are charges that are not serious offenses. If you say somebody is publishing fake news with the intent to cause fear and panic, it's a mere misdemeanor. Then you again say that his conduct is offensive conduct and it breaches the peace. These are not serious matters. And I mean, this shouldn't lead to somebody being put in Black Maria. On the contrary, a national officer of the NDC threatened my life, threatened the national organizer's life, threatened the chief whip and other senior members of the party. Threat of death openly. We petition. Unfortunately, because there's a different Ghana for NPP and there's a different Ghana for the NDC, the IGP has not even arrested the said officer. A communication officer of the NDC in Akotia constituency also repeated this said threat, but he has not been arrested. And that is what we see. You see, our friends in the NDC should watch this. Power is like an ice block. When it's given to you, it starts to melt from the very day. If we made mistakes, or if there were some mistakes in the past, which I admit that our government couldn't have been perfect, some mistakes were made. If the same will be repeated, then where are we heading to? And with what is going on, it becomes difficult for you to hold back the extremists and the hardliners in our body politics. Because if today a chief justice is going through a committee hearing and hurriedly, when the hearing is not done, a report is done and she's removed. If today somebody makes himself available for interrogation and suddenly he's remanded, we know what is happening at the Yoko. They will keep you and then now set some very onerous bail terms, making it practically impossible for you to meet the terms. Everybody is watching. I would appeal to governments to stop these excesses. I will appeal to the IGP and the Ghana Police Service to ensure that high-level professionalism is brought to bear. We are all Ghanaians. 2028 is not far away. Our friends in the NDC who are happy about some of these things. And when we even speak, they say, oh, it happened yesterday. So should it continue and continue and continue? And when will it end? Look, around us, I'm a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. I've run through the sub-region. I've traveled within the sub-region. And it's some of these things that they kept doing to themselves that degenerated and has destroyed their democracies. Ghana